I don't know what protesters think they're doing when they actively make everyone around them not like them. Okay, I don't know what they think that they're accomplishing. Like I understand, they obviously I understand the idea of protesting. Okay, it's pretty much one of the fundamental things of being American. I'm willing to admit that, and
This'll do.
it's not a bad thing to be American as much as the media wants to claim that it's not. And you know what? It's a good thing that people want to protest. Okay, like speak your mind. Okay, freedom of speech. I'm all for that shit. Okay, what I'm not for is actively inconveniencing everyone to portray some message that you pretend to care about. You know what I mean? Like so there's this video going around on I saw it on Twitter of these climate change activists protesting in Arizona. Okay, now Arizona for Arizona, it's important that I mention Arizona. Okay, because it pretty much brings up the legality of what the police did. Okay, now of course peaceful protesters, obviously like this isn't controversial to me to say for me to say that peaceful protesters don't deserve to be freaking like messed with by police officers and like pretty much anyone. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's pretty much one of the fundamental things of protesting here, especially here in the United States. Okay, but again, what isn't okay is for you to inconvenience everyone around you for some message that you pretend to care about. Okay, in this case, climate change. So basically, to to sum up everything, okay, to shorten it, pretty much what happened was that these climate change activists were blocking a roadway that spread out through miles and miles in Arizona. Okay, and earlier I brought up the police and the legality of it because what ended up happening was a police officer ended up. I think it was a blockade that they had up that made sure people couldn't drive through. Pretty much, the police officer pulled up in one of those police trucks, right? And basically, he pretty much ran over the blockade and started arresting people, like straight up started arresting people. Now, the one thing I will critique the police officer and what he did was that as soon as he got out of his truck, he had his gun out, like ready to shoot people. Now
Killing zombies is twice as fun now.
yeah. Now I'll bring up the legality in that. I'm not sure that was the best thing to do. And I'm pretty sure it was, excessive force, to be honest with you, because even though these assholes were like inconveniencing, like literally people that were like traffic that was going miles and miles and miles and miles, there was no imminent danger. You know what I mean? There was no need to use that excessive force. Okay, like there was no like even like from me, like that's cheering on the police officer for breaking up that stupid protest. Okay, I don't think that was necessarily legal for him to do. So who knows what's going to happen with that? Like I'm willing to I'm
Zombies have
honestly
no respect for personal space.
I'm honestly eager to see what will happen with that. But everything else that he did was pretty much spot on. Pretty much arresting all the protesters that were involved with, again, that miles and miles and miles long of traffic because of this stupid protest that they pretend to care about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care what anyone says. If you're going to protest like in a peaceful way that doesn't inconvenience everyone. Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Okay, one this was probably like a couple of not a couple of months ago. This was probably like maybe 1 month ago, where there were these people protesting like gun laws. Okay, here in Texas, like people are pro Second Amendment, like heavily. Everyone here is strapped. Okay, like straight up. Like I even saw a video of this pregnant woman like shooting someone because the robber like tried to rob her. Someone tried to rob her and pointed his gun first, and so she felt that she was in danger. So she pulled out her gun, and like she was strapped. Like everyone here is strapped. You know what I mean? And so there were people were protesting that, like, oh, like more strict gun policies, like, you know, like guns are killing people and everything. Now, here's the big difference, okay? They weren't blocking traffic in the middle, like they weren't in the middle of the street with a blockade trying to inconvenience everyone. They were on the side. They were on the sidewalk, okay? They were like waving signs, like trying to get people's attention. It was actually a no, it was on the sidewalk, but it was in the intersection, okay, by the lights, and the light was red, okay, and they were like waving their signs, trying to get people's attention to get them to read their signs, okay. That's how you protest, you know what I mean? Like basically saying, hey, like let's get more strict gun policies, like, you know, people are dying because of guns and stuff like that. Now again, that's how you protest, okay. Whether or not people are not agree or disagree with your message and the reason why you're protesting, a lot of people respect that way of protesting instead of you inconveniencing people who are trying to get to work or trying to leave work and try to get home, okay. So I like, they over here try to play victim, they're over here crying. Well, I mean, to be fair, I understand why they were crying, because they got a gun pulled out on them, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to like straight up like be an asshole, like again, the pulling out the gun thing was a bit extreme in my opinion, but I mean, at the end of the day, shoot, you like, this is what you get, you know what I mean? This is what you get. Some people don't mess around with stuff like this, all for just what, attention, you know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that the people who are protesting this don't actually care. I know for a fact they don't, because they're always inconveniencing people, like everyday normal people. They're not going to the headquarters of these corporations who supply stuff like this, that are the reasons for it. They don't do that. They just inconvenience, you know, normal everyday people like us too, you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, if you're going to protest, yes, protest. I'm for that. I'm for that, okay? I'm for that. I'm all for, like, you expressing how you feel and what you think, your beliefs, okay? What I'm not for is you being an asshole. It's as simple as that. And, you know, the good thing is, like, at the end of the video, everyone was bitching and moaning, which, I mean, it was funny to me, but hey, you got what you deserved.